Okay, so I did I filmed a video where I looked through two grab bags and two of these envelopes filled with about 500 stamps or so, and I don't know, I didn't really like the video, so that's actually the one I was going to release last week, but I decided to wait. So short story is that these four stamps, after looking through two grab bags, are the ones that kind of caught my interest. So I wanted to look these up, see what these are. These ones here are, I think, Albania. This is probably Albania as well, and I don't know what this one is, but I wanted to look these guys up. I found them very interesting. Now, to start, this specific one is very weird to me, and I have some thoughts that this might be a forgery or something like that, because it's a weird look. Like, the actual way that the ink and the paper looks, it's just weird. Frankly, it sticks out as kind of cheesy, or like, it's hard to describe, frankly. It's a very weird looking paper, and the ink looks crappy. Like, look at the kind of top and side on the right, the ink, how blotchy it is compared to the left and bottom. It's like it's bled, perhaps, let's say, or it was just a really, really poor printing method. And the paper itself, super thin. So you look at, well, I can make a move by blowing on it, but it's a very cheesy paper. It's super soft, flimsy, thin. You can just see how the ink bled through. This one I just have a weird feeling about. This one stuck out to me, especially when I had it like amongst other stamps. I don't know if you can tell through the camera, but yeah, I mean, there's something about the paper that is just very weird. Anyways, so I want to figure out what's going on with that. Then I found this one, which is, of course, a very similar design. You can tell the quality of the perforations are very good compared to this other one. So I don't know what's going on with the perfs, the paper, the printing. This whole stamp just weirds me out. There's something that seems very odd about it. And so yeah, I suspect maybe a forgery. This one maybe isn't a forgery. I don't know. Maybe they both are. Now, I haven't looked at these for 2 weeks. I've just been sucked up in life, you know, a new job, all that other stuff. So, but as I look at it at this very moment, actually, the kind of border there, that looks blotchy. That almost looks like it bled a little too on this specific stamp. So that's not perfect either. And I don't get the same feeling. I mean, they're similar, but there's something about this paper is just so wacky to me compared to all these other stamps. So anyway, and then this one I do believe I just thought was interesting, for one thing, because of this purple shooting star. Based on the kind of double-headed eagle or dragon design that's on these other Albanian stamps, I do believe it is Albanian. It's clearly probably a surcharge. Oh, actually, I see the kind of Albanian word there, so I'm buying into it being Albanian. This one, I just don't know what it is. And I see in the bottom left corner Lire, L-I-R-E, so I'm sure it's going to be like, oh yeah, of course, you know, once I look it up, I'll be like, duh. I can't remember what Lire means. I keep thinking Italy or something, but anyways, I don't know. I do want to apologize, by the way. Side note, if my nails look a little dirty and stuff. Man, I've been working hard, and I swear I spent so much time trying to clean my nails so that they look nice on camera, but for the life of me, I just can't get all the freaking dirt out. So I'm moving on. Just whatever. I'm a mechanic. It's tough to keep my nails perfectly clean. So, besides that, I want to look these up, and let's look them up one by one. Let's start from the left and move our way right. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and I'm going to begin with the Stamp Identifier app. Okay. I've already got it open here, so let me get this centered in the camera so that maybe you guys can see as I do it. Hopefully. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we get. Okay, I've got a bunch of similar ones. This was originally... looks like 175. Okay, that looks extremely similar to this one. Italy. Oh crap, I was right. Okay. And it says effigy of Umberto the First within an oval. Okay. Would have a crown watermark sideways to right. Interesting. So it's a parcel post, okay, that's been overprinted. Interesting, because with the numeral, I would have thought it would probably have been a surcharge. There's a 2 there. So, interesting, okay. 1890 was the issue date, so it's definitely older. They only had it, I guess, they only released it for a year or so. So it's a 2-cent Italian centesimo. It's a definitive. Typography is the printing type. That watermark is a crown type 11. The description says it's a 2-cent overprinted on a 175 lire. Interesting. Okay. So I was definitely curious about what that is. So Italy. Huh. We get one more look at that guy. A parcel post overprinted. I'm assuming if it was surcharged, it would say surcharged. It says overprinted, so I'm gonna believe that. Just a reminder for anybody that does use this app. So I think it looks a little dark. How can I fix this? I know what to do. Hold on, bear with me. Am I just like? Am I just pressing? Yeah, I'm pressing the wrong stuff. Okay, we're gonna get this fixed, guys. Okay, that's a little bit better, I think. So, what was I gonna say? This image here, you can press it, and it will give you a full size of the stamp that the app thinks it is. So that makes it a little bit easier for you to compare side by side. And I gotta say, that looks right on the money for me. Yeah, I'd be buying into that. So, anyways, mystery solved for that guy. I have this big pile here, so I'm going to toss it back in there. Look at, here's another Albania. That reminds me, something about these 2 grab bags that I went through was, there's just a lot of Albania in there. I don't know why. Ooh, that one's cool. Look at Bhutan. I can very easily get sidetracked, even though I've already looked through all of these. let me get these away from me, because I'm just gonna start all over again. What is that? It's a dog. Hungry. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, a bunch of Albania. What is that? Italy. Wow. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. And I always easily identify Albanian stamps personally because of this weird word. I still don't know how to pronounce it. I've had somebody comment once and tell me how to say it. I would say skipter, which is totally wrong. Skipiter, whatever. Skipiter, shipiter, whatever, man. But so when I just see that word, which That's like the only word I've ever seen spelled like that. I know it's Albania, but the other kind of dead giveaway is the double-headed. I think it's a dragon, if I'm not mistaken. When I see this double-headed dragon, those are, if I'm not mistaken, notorious for being forgeries or something like that. Or I would have, I can look this up. Or they were just never put in postal use. But I think something about forgeries kind of rings a bell with the double-headed dragon. This design specifically, like this style. So anyways, that's why I am suspecting that perhaps this guy is maybe a forgery. So anyway, let's try with the identifier app here. Let's go back home. Let's see, somehow, okay, there you go. All right. Take our picture here. Okay. Okay. And it's a 30 para. See, this one in the middle is a 30 para, but it's a totally different color. Wow, it's even suggesting that it may be these really old papal state stamps. Those are funny. Definitely not. Definitely not it. Ooh, there you go. Boom, this one right here. That looks right. Let's take a look and compare. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. That definitely looks like it. Okay, I'm buying into that. All right. Now, what does it say here? It says Albania. Yep. First anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. It says it's a hand stamp with subsequent eagle impression. It's an eagle. Darn it. I thought it was a dragon. I get that mixed up. So, hand stamp with a eagle impression. Okay. Let's see. Scott number. It says it's Albania number 30. Huh. So, okay. 1913 was the issue date. What? It says the print run was 38,064. That's not that many. I mean, that's a pretty low number as far as stamp printings. I guess I'm comparing it probably to, like, most countries, United States, that kind of stuff. I mean, that's just not a lot. You're telling me there's only 38,000 of these in the world? Okay. Yeah, it says it's a 30 Turkish para. It's a commemorative stamp. 11.5 perf. It's issued without gum. It says the paper is white laid paper. It says known with normal, inverted, rotated, and omitted value and eagle. Huh. The outer edges of the panes of the stamp were often left imperforate, meaning one or two adjacent sides of the stamp can be imperforate. Weird. Well, see, like this one, it just looks really crappy on the right side, but it looks like it's, like it was attempted to be perforated, let's say. So, weird. So, absolutely nothing about this being a forgery or fake or not being put in postal use or anything that I was expecting. That's weird. Okay, I want to look this up in the catalog real quick because I just want to see it in there. So let's go jump in the catalog and see what we get. Alrighty, so here we are. Albania's in southeastern Europe. Gives you a little history. Here's our watermarks. Tells you about the money. I am kind of unfamiliar with these. I've seen these all before. Centimes. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Franc. That's probably Kintar. Okay, anyways. So they got kind of a, okay, I was going to say diamond pattern, but they call it lozenges, watermark. And then the double-headed eagle. I wonder what the point of the double-headed eagle is. I could look that up and learn about that too. But anywho, so here we are. That's actually their earliest stamp, number 1, from 1913. Interesting. Okay. Whoopsie. Oh, accidentally clicking there, that reminds me. By the way, you guys, if one of the nice, excuse me, I'm sorry. One of the nice benefits of this digital catalog, if any of you guys happen to have it, is you can right-click anywhere on any page and add a note. And I can say, tomorrow is Sunday, yay! And I want it to be blue, a blue little note bar, or orange, let's say, or whatever we want. And you can move it around. So the next time that I come to this catalog, to this spot, I'll say, oh, I made a note. What does it say? Oh, tomorrow's Sunday. And so, anyways, that's something that I thought was actually a really awesome thing. I almost never use that. Almost never ever. I don't know if I've used it once, but that is there, and I can see a whole bunch of reasons, that you would make a note in the catalog, say, I have 5 of these, or, this is a tricky paper type, or this is a hard color to identify, or, just anything you can think of that you would want to make a note, and then you can delete them if you don't want them there, but it'll actually stay your note, so the next time I open the catalog, it'll be there, and you can move them around, and yeah, anyways, one really nice thing about digital catalogs, you can edit it, add another note, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, just want to mention that. Totally wasn't planning on bringing that up, but that was a nice little accident. That is a cool feature if you guys don't know about that. Okay, so anyways, let's continue scrolling through here. And it said it was number 30? Okay. Wow. So it is not a forgery. It really is a real issue. Wow. I gotta say, what a weird paper. It sticks out like a sore thumb amongst the other stamps, these other worldwide stamps. That's why I really suspected it was a fake. It's so cheesy. The paper. So, anyways, I gotta say I'm surprised. It really is a weird paper. Okay, I won't keep saying that. I just wanted to emphasize that. Like, it's super odd. It's so very weird. So, this number 30 paras of violet. So they've got a couple of errors: ultramarine and red. Those are definitely worth more. Same value used or mint. I haven't been in here for a while. I do believe mint is on the left and used is on the right, if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, what's it say here? The stamps of this issue are known with eagle or value inverted or omitted. That's exactly what the identifier app said. It says, first anniversary of Albanian independence. Aha! Counterfeits exist. Wow, I wonder if mine is actually a counterfeit or not. Ooh. Man, I guess I would have to have an original next to it to compare. Even then, it depends on what quality of counterfeit it was, whether or not I'd be able to really, truly say if it was fake or not. Well, if it was, really obvious next to an actual original printing. So, interesting. That answers that. It's a real stamp. So that probably means the next one that we're going to look at is probably right here in the same listing. And as I look around over here, this is that other design that I always thought had a bunch of forgeries. Maybe it's this one. They look very similar, right? Like, okay, they say different stuff. Maybe I think it's this one. Okay, it says counterfeits abound. Numbers 54 through 68 and 80 through 81. Well, where's 54? 53. Up here. I got it. Okay. Yeah, so these ones I think I've run across in the past, and ended up becoming aware that you have to look out for counterfeits. Wow, look it. There's a purple shooting star, which is the last stamp. Okay, all right. So then I think everything might be on this one page. What the heck? All right, so let's jump back into the identifier app and take a look at the next one, which I do expect will also be right here. So let's take a look. I want to keep this. I'm going to keep that. I will actually file that in Albania. And I should probably put it in a stock card. Maybe I'll put all of these in a stock card, come to think of it. Since I am bothering to identify all these. Okay, so let's check this guy out. I'll probably have to put it about there. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we get. And this looks like a one, I guess, grosh. 1 grosh. Okay, we got a 2 grosh. Right, that one right there looks pretty spot on. Let's take a look at it. Take a look at the picture and compare. So, 1 grosh. Yep. That looks right to me. Okay. Albania. Yep. First anniversary, the Declaration of Independence, says it's Scott, number 31. Wow, so it's just the next one in line. How about that? 1913. Okay, they say the print run on this one was 45,461. Face value says is 1 Turkish grossy. Just let me off the hook, guys. I don't know how to say that. So, without gum again, white laid paper again. It can be inverted and rotated and all that stuff. Same thing. Same thing about the edges were often left imperforate. So yeah, it's just the next one in line. Yeah, I don't see anything about having a watermark. Actually, I was just glancing back at the catalog there. I figured, it'd be cool. I would check it for a watermark if it said it had one, just for fun to show you, but doesn't seem to be the case. So here we have our number 30 and number 31, Albania. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. Just having them next to each other, trying to. I guess they're both pretty close. They're pretty similar. Interesting, really, how much better the perfs are on that one. Maybe the ink bled. Maybe that was part of maybe it got some water on it, or maybe it was a misty day when this was mailed, or I don't know. What the story could be. This one seemed like such better. It seems like a better quality stamp. But the papers, I do have to admit, are similar. Yeah, I mean this one, it's a little different, and this one you can tell probably a little bit brighter, whiter. This one has been toned, has some kind of toning to it, a little bit. It's just a different shade. So, huh. Okay. Well, um, I don't think that we'll really need to, I don't think that I'll have to bring you back to the catalog for this guy. We kind of saw it earlier. Number 31. So, 1913. And both of these are supposed to be perf 11 and a half. Alright, well, I'm going to slip these in the stock card here. Write down my little notes so that I know what they are. And then let's move on to this last one with the shooting star, and we'll get into the app here and identify that one next. Okie dokie, let's do this one. What do we have? Yeah, when I saw that shooting star, I was like, wow, that's cool. I don't know what this is. Originally a 128 or something. Anyway, it's been overprinted, or surcharged, let's say, with 1 franc. I keep wanting to say it's a surcharge. We'll see what they say in the catalog. It's orange. You know, with the shooting star, so it's definitely not that. It must have the purple star. Okay, that looks pretty close. Let's see about this. 1 franc. Yeah, 128. Okay. Yeah, that looks right. Yep. Oh, okay. I was like, well, this one has some numerals, but that's from the postmark. Okay. And it's got the black lines. I would buy into that. I would say this is correct. Okay, it says Albania. It says Scott number 104. It's a general issue from 1919. No information about how many were produced, at least with this specific one in this app. It says that the face value is 1 Albanian franga. Franga must mean franc. Okay, it's overprinted posta, so it's an overprint. It's just weird. My guts are telling me it's really a surcharge. I mean, come on. You know, it says 1 franc. I mean, that's an overprint, or that's a surcharge, right? I mean, so 12.5 perf. Says it's a definitive. Hand stamped with a shooting star to the right. 1 franc on a 1.28K. Alright. Well, let's go look this up in the catalog here. It says number 104. Okie doke. Number 104. Booyah, right there. Okay. Yep, so it was all on the same page like I was thinking about. Wow. At least in the catalog here. Hand stamped in violet. But interesting. I mean, is it really hand stamped? That's what it says. So somebody actually hand stamped this thing with a violet shooting star? Surprising. I don't know why. I just find that hard to believe. Like, really? I like that there's no way that they would have hand stamped each individual stamp, right? So they must have had during production when they were in sheet form, they must have had some kind of device to quote unquote hand stamp press sheets, is what I would imagine. I mean, it would just be absolutely ridiculous to hand stamp each individual stamp. So at least that's how I feel about that. Of course, I don't know. I'm just assuming. I mean, like, look, here's another one hand stamped. That's a rose. Interesting. It could be. Oh, hand stamped in rose or blue. Okay. So I don't actually know what that design is. Totally getting sidetracked here. Okay, anyways. I'm sorry, it said 104. Okay. Wow, $17.50. Not bad cat price. So it's probably it's worth a couple of bucks. In real world value. Mine's used. Okay. 1919. Well, it doesn't really have a whole lot more to tell us here in the catalog about it. This is A8 design. Where is that? Here. A8 design. So the kind of horizontal lines here, I assume, are to block out the original value, but what's the point? I wonder why they would bother, because you can still see it at the top. Just trying to reason my way through understanding these overprints here. My first thought when I saw this is maybe this was there and they blocked it out with these lines, whatever this is. But interesting that they have this here. I mean, where is that? Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit more. Where is this on the stamp? I don't see it anywhere. Do you guys? Maybe like the red. Maybe it's the red. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Hand stamped in rose or blue. Okay. So this kind of rose color here, that must be. I guess these are Roman numerals or something. Um, so then that they're saying that ours. Oh, I'm sorry. Gets a little choppy when I zoom in so much. So then ours should have that, huh? With the star. Okay, let's go back to the stamp. Okay, well, as I'm looking at this here, I don't see those Roman numerals on this. I mean, there's a lot going on because you got the overprints, the hand stamp, the CDS is kind of muddying it all up as well. But I don't see those Roman numerals there. So, all right. Well, I won't linger with that. But interesting. Hey, I mean, just another great example of how awesome this identifier app is. Man, just makes things really simple. For 104. Yeah, I was curious about all those a couple of weeks ago. And it says, what did it say? It said 1750. 104. 1750 cat. Cool. So here's my little stock card full of our goodies here. Very cool. Yeah, those were unique looking to me. Those just stood out, so I definitely wanted to check those out. Okay, now what I am gonna figure out is what else are we gonna look at. I really didn't have anything planned beyond cataloging these for this video. So, flying by the seat of my pants, which is sort of what I normally do, but I found that kind of interesting, and I kind of want to continue doing that. So, anyways, okay. Here's what I'm thinking, guys. So, I'm gonna set that aside and file that. The purpose of why the original video where we just went through these. I think that I'm probably gonna do like a time lapse, so you probably saw that already. Where we just I was looking through them. The purpose of this was that I'm trying to actually fill up the grab box. Is the short story, and I have these grab bags that I spent $15 a grab bag or something on before, and I bought like 20 or 25 of them. This is actually kind of a ridiculous purchase. hundreds of dollars on these grab bags from some random guy on eBay. And, well, I have so much. At this point, I have been working to fill up the box, and I have a lot of United States in there, and I really feel like I need to be putting, at this point, I probably have enough US, I need to be putting some more worldwide stuff, because I want it to be a good mixture with a nice variety, and it is a worldwide grab bag, so, yeah, that's what led me to, well, let's just start going through some of these grab bags and gutting them and adding them to the mix. I'll save anything I want to save, and I will throw the rest into the grab boxes. I was trying to recall who this was. I always think Hermes in my head, with kind of the winged cap, but over time, sometimes when I go to look these up, it was another guy. It wasn't Hermes, and I actually researched who it was, and it was Mercury is the other guy that is portrayed on stamps sometimes. They're very similar, Hermes and Mercury, but anyway, that's just a side note. So here's my thoughts. I'm going to go open another grab bag. And since I've already searched through this one, actually I'm taking that out. I'm going to toss all this stuff in my grab box. This is a nice little mix, so this will be a good addition. And then I want to go through. I want to go through another grab bag and see if there's any more that kind of stand out to me, and then we can go through the process like we did earlier and identify anything else I find. This is probably the stamp that spurred me to be curious about the whole Hermes Mercury thing. I believe this is an Austrian stamp, and yeah. So the little winged helmet. I was like, that's Hermes, right? But what's the other guy's name? Mercury. Okay, cool. Let me get another grab bag, and we'll move on. All right, got another grab bag here. So I just wanted to mention real quick, I apparently had set this one aside from the other grab bags. I'm like, why did I do that? Well, I can tell you probably the reasons why is that I really like this. I don't know why. Well, I kind of know why. The plane. I just think it's a cool looking stamp. It's just a Hungary stamp. It may very well be a CTO for all I know, but I don't know for sure. I kind of suspect maybe it isn't. If it was a CTO, I feel like they'd probably have a little bit more of the postmark on the stamp in the kind of corner there. But anyway, I just think it's a really good looking stamp, and I think that plane really pops. It's just a pretty stamp. Formerly hinged, or I guess hinge remaining. Anyway, I thought that one was pretty cool, so I set that aside. Well, so here we go. Just another grab bag here. Another $20 of Kyle's hard-earned money that, oh man, I still can't believe I bought all these. I still have many more, more than 5, maybe less than 10 more of these left. And like I said, I bought like 25 or 20 or something like that. So every now and then I do it is fun to to go through a grab bag, see what's inside. So let's get this guy open here. Make sure I got all the stamps to one side. Alrighty. Okay, actually, looks like that will be right side up. Yeah, and these ones, he always has a mix of stamps and sous sheets. A lot of the sous sheets are CTOs, which is kind of sad, but that seems to be a kind of common occurrence here with these grab bags, from whoever I bought them from. And right off the bat, this is actually surprising. This is uncommon. This kind of thing is uncommon for these grab bags. An actual, so these are die-cut, self-adhesive stamps from Sweden. A nice little block of 4 of them. Must be pretty recent. Oh, it says 2013 on it. Okay. So, relatively recent here. This might even be like the first that I've seen of this kind of material in these grab bags. So, this is actually surprising. It gives me a good feeling because I do worry that a lot of these are just filled with the same stuff over and over. And I have gone through probably 10 of these at this point, or more. And I do kind of see like the same kind of stuff over and over. So I don't love that about these grab bags, but there are oddball things in here every now and then, which I do really like, and it is actually pretty cool to see these. And also, by the way, I'm imagining that these are, whoever these players are, that's probably their signatures on these stamps. That's actually a nice little touch. That's pretty cool. Yep, hockey. How about that? So that's definitely, right off the bat, kind of an oddball thing. I didn't expect that. So, but like this kind of stuff, this is very common for these grab bags. It looks like Beethoven. Ajman State, yeah, he has a lot of that stuff in there too. There'll be Ajman, there'll be, what are I think it's the state of Oman, like this kind of stuff right here. Was it? Oman, yep. So this kind of stuff is pretty common. I mean, these are, I don't want to say like worthless, but I mean, yeah, practically, you know, those Arab states that print these garbage CTO kind of stamps. It's still cool to look at, but yeah, I mean, kind of like a way for him to dump that. He must have bought a lot of that stuff, whoever this guy was. Johannes Vermeer, 1996, Netherlands. Okay. That's a cool little sous sheet. Probably shouldn't have been touching it with my fingers. It looks like it is gummed, so that was my fault. Just lightly touched it. Whoa. Okay, that sticks out. That's cool. So Great Britain here. Look at that. What a neato stamp. Cool face painting. I actually really like that. You know, this rings a bell. Sometimes I find Great Britain stamps that I think are really, really beautiful. I mean, not just the image, like everything about them. The choice of the perf size, the size of the stamp, along with, you know, whatever printing style they use. I don't know if it's typography or what. But sometimes British stamps just really, I just really like them. Yeah. It's a weird thing for me even to think that I enjoy the size. Like, this is a nice square stamp. It's not small, not too big. But, you know, it's big enough that you when it's right in front of you to the naked eye, like, it's very easy to get a good look at the details on the stamp. That's something that's kind of an issue with tiny stamps. You know, they're hard to see. You got to get out your magnifying glass. Well, I mean, this is a decent size, you know. So you can really just see it well. Anywho, those are just my running thoughts here. I actually really like that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to save that. I've never seen that one either. Fujiera. Olympic 1972, Ireland. So yeah, let's just kind of go through here and see if there's anything that pops out, and then we can, pops out to me at least, and then we can catalog them. Bahamas, Netherlands, this one's stuck. I don't see that a lot in these grab bags. It's very, very lightly stuck. Yeah. That was actually not bad. But it was stuck on there enough to leave some gum residue. Let's keep going. What is she doing? I was going to say playing a harp, but looks like she's a... Oh man, I can't remember the proper term for that. she's making fabric, whatever you call that. There's a term for that, a machine and what she's doing. Netherlands again, little cartoony stamp. Bahamas, Christmas and the Grenadines, Australia. I've seen a lot of this in these grab bags as well. One thing that I always think of when I look at this guy's grab bags is I really did pay like $15 a grab bag or something. You know, that's what I was charging for my grab bags, and they were like, my grab bags are like 5 times as much stamps. Like I'll be honest with you guys, I'm really considering raising the price a little. I'll probably do $20 instead of $15 the next time I release my grab bags, because I just have so many stamps in there. I mean, they're pretty fat, so yeah. Still yet to be determined. Will I put less stamps and make them smaller and just charge less, specifically 13 ounces, under 13 ounces, so that I can actually mail them using stamps from my mailbox, which would be ultra convenient for me, which I actually really like the idea of as I say it out loud. I'm really stewing on that. Or do I keep them the same size and just simply, charge 20 instead of 15? Part of the problem with my grab bags is, they're over a pound, so I have to, I can't mail them with stamps. I have to use those printed self-adhesive labels, kind of with a barcode, that kind of stuff. It's kind of ugly. I just don't know how important it is to me to be able to mail them with stamps. For somebody who's buying a stamp grab bag, I think that's a nice touch, for it to be mailed with stamps, so you kind of get some bonus stamps. It just kind of feels right. It's like the right way to do it. But ever since some ding dong, what did he do? Somebody mailed something that was, I can't remember the story. Some guy mailed some poison or something in the mail, and or a bomb or something like that. And so ever since he did that, now here in the U.S. you can't mail a package that weighs more than 13 ounces using postage stamps. Kind of annoying. Thanks to that dickhead, he screwed it up for all the rest of us. I have $10 stamps and stuff like that I could use to mail larger packages. And yeah, if I wanted to use stamps, I'd have to actually go to the post office. So it's annoying, kind of sad. Enough about that. But Spain, Hungary, Australia. A really common Spain stamp with their president, I think, is who that is. Republica Dominica. On the post. That's a really common one. I don't know. I see this one a lot. Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, and it's weird to that I spent my money on this. I mean, years ago at this point, at least a couple of years ago, and I spent my money on this just to throw it in a grab box to sell it to somebody else. Seems kind of dumb, but whatever. This is where I've always said, I really do have so many stamps, I just don't know what to do with them all, and frankly, it was juvenile Kyle. Kind of went way too crazy in this hobby when I first got going, and I just spent so much money that I'm still paying it off. My credit cards. It's a painful thing, but okay, that one's neat. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Guatemala airmail. Yeah, this one doesn't ring a bell with me whatsoever. Well, that's cool. So yeah, I'm just looking for something that I'm like, what is that? So that we can look it up in the cat. A lot of this is pretty common stuff. Surname. That was a semi-postal, that one. What do you call that guy? Oh, let me see here. Kiwi. That's right. Kiwi bird. Kiwis remind me of the dodo. State of Qatar. Okay, Dominica, Canada. That's actually... That one actually comes off as kind of old. What? Oh, 1937. Okay, so not crazy old. Alright, let's kind of keep going. Newfoundland. Speaking of Canada. State of Qatar. Republic of South Africa, Canada. Well, I haven't seen an Albanian stamp yet, I don't think, so this is good. This is a different... The mixture is not, so similar. Here we go again with these Oman soup sheets, so... Any of you guys that buy my grab bags, you can expect to see some of those in there. Okay, that's cool. Cool. A Russian stamp. Alright. That one's neat. Okay. What do we have here? Australia again. Antigua. South Africa, Thailand, Australia. That's cool. I like that. Canada with a snowflake. Nigeria. Okay. Bhutan. I guess you would say Bhutanese stamps, if that's correct. I do like them. Australia. Fair bit of Australia going on in this pile. Spain, and I like this Vietnamese stamp. This pops out to me. I like that. I wonder if it's a CTO. Speaking of Vietnam, there's always a fruit fly every time that I do this. It drives me nuts. Man, I hate those things. Anyway, sorry. It's distracting. Speaking of Vietnam, boy, I was really trying to order some pho last night. I don't know about you guys, but I love pho. Oh my god, that is such a good soup. My friend Felix, who I haven't spoken to for a while, he's a really good guy. He put me on to pho, and it's great for hangovers. So we would go out, we'd drink at bars until 2 or 3 a.m., whatever, wake up all hungover, and he would always pretty much take me to go and get pho, and man, that would really set me straight. I think the bone broth, and pho has like everything you need to be happy and healthy in it. And so yeah, that's one thing that I absolutely love from the Vietnamese is their soup. Oh my gosh. It's easily one of my favorite soups in the world. I absolutely love the combination beef pho. The one thing that I don't like about pho is tripe. Now, I've eaten tripe a whole lot of times. For those of you that don't know, that's like cow stomach lining. My problem, I like the texture. It's a nice texture addition to the soup, but my problem with it is that it's bleached. That's why it's so perfectly white. So I just don't like that. Okay, well this one I would say Hungary, but it's got some extra characters there. Magyarország. I don't see that a lot. I think maybe we'll look this one up just to satiate my curiosity. What my guts are suspecting is, instead of just being like just a plain Hungary commemorative or definitive, I would venture to guess maybe that extra stuff, or zag on the end, that might indicate like official mail or something to that effect. So I'm going to set that one aside. I think that we'll catalog that just so I can learn. Italy, Ireland, Belgium. Ah, man. So when I see this here, I like the stamp, but the seahorse. So when I was a kid, at some point I had a couple of dried seahorses, and I don't know, maybe you guys did something similar, but when I was a kid, I had like a little box that I would keep under the bed that I would fill with, things that were cool, that had some kind of intrinsic value to me. I liked them for whatever reason. Kind of like Kyle's special keepsake box, of stuff I thought was cool. And I kept my two little dried out seahorses in there. I just thought that it was so cool and unique. And I don't know where they went. I at some point they disappeared, and I've never been able to find them. And it still bothers me. It still bothers me. I'm like, what did I do with my seahorses? What the heck? Like, I have this little Matchbox car, this little orange Tide #7 race car, Matchbox car. I still have that, like, that was in the box, but I don't know what happened to my seahorses. It bothers me, it annoys me enough that I want to go and buy them again, just to have them. I don't know, I've never looked on Amazon. I wonder if they'd just be there. Where does a person buy seahorses? Anyway, just a thought that pops in my head every time I see a seahorse. Australia, Belgium. Well, this is a good mix. I mean, I'm liking this. This is a good variety. Those other two that I did, I really was kind of getting a little bit irked. I mean, there was a lot of Albania. It was just Albania over and over and over and over. I was like, what the heck? You know? Romania, okay. Australia. What is that? This is... I'm going to say this is probably Bulgaria. So I'm going to guess Bulgaria, but let me set that aside. We'll also catalog that. I'm not certain, so I kind of want to find out. Gabon. Oui, oui. Okay, they're lightly stuck. I'm just going to leave them. What is this? This is also... just like that other, the Albanian stamp I thought was a counterfeit. This one looks weird, but I'm assuming that the reason that it seems like blurry and the paper feels weird is it's got to be just the stamp, something that happened to the stamp during shipping or something. This one isn't nearly as weird feeling or looking as that Albanian stamp, but it looks like it just looks kind of faded. Whatever. Okay, Spain. Alright, a little CTO block here. Spain again. Let me get oh, look, another one of the one I'll look up. Maybe I'll leave it in the mixture. That way it ends up in the grab box. Sharjah and dependencies. It's little babies with animals. That's actually pretty cute, I gotta admit. That's actually a pretty good one. I like that. Huh. Alrighty. I changed my battery. A little sip of tea. Yeah, I got up real early this morning. It was 5 o'clock or something. Unfortunately, at my new job, the hours can kind of vary. So, apparently, because of so many people are taking vacations here for the July coming up, a lot of the techs are going to be off the next couple of weeks, and so I have to, instead of working 8 to 5, now I got to work 7 to 5 for the next 2 weeks, which kind of blows. I wasn't really happy to hear that. I take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to kind of do my morning routine, Like sit on the crapper, then I shower and brush my teeth and make breakfast and, get dressed and all that stuff. And to casually do all that, it takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that means I got to get up at like 5 a.m. for the next 2 weeks, which I just don't want to do. Gosh darn it. But working an extra hour, I'm going to make some extra money, I guess is kind of the approach, the mentality that I should have, at least, let's say, perspective. So, try to stay positive about that, but, yeah. What's a totally unexpected issue that I have at my new place is birds. It's like a big, long warehouse. And unfortunately for me, I'm the lucky guy. A family of birds has nested in the insulation up at the roof, literally exactly right above my toolbox. So all day, tweet, 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 chirp, chirp, all day. And the most annoying thing, though, is that they're crapping on my toolbox. They are crapping literally right onto my $3,000 laptop. They're crapping on my keyboard. They're crapping on my my rags and my tools and everything I have in my toolbox. I'm like, I told they have like a maintenance guy, and he's like, yep, oh well. Like, wow, okay, well, I guess I'll just have to live with it then. And so I find it annoying. The other day, actually, I was sitting there in front of my computer, and the bird literally just crapped right on my keyboard, right in front of me. It actually scared me a little bit. And yeah, I'm like the only guy that has this issue. So lucky me. I get to deal with, and they drop stuff from their nests, and all kinds of stuff just constantly falls in my toolbox and literally in my hair and stuff. It's kind of dumb. But as I go from job to job, I mean, it's always something. But that's a pretty minor thing, I guess. I find it annoying, especially day after day. It's like, here we are. Every time I come in, there's all this grass and plastic scraps and poop on my toolbox. It's annoying. It is. So every day I have to clean up all this junk that these birds drop on my tools and stuff. But yeah, just got to deal with it. Kind of stupid, but so I guess I have to wait for like their entire nesting cycle until they decide to move out, which I swear that better happen at some point. So that's kind of lame. But overall, nice people, nice place. It's kind of laid back, but you do have to still, make an effort and work hard. And so one thing I do like is having my weekends back. That's a big deal for me. Actually, I think next week I'll have to work Saturday, unfortunately, or something like that. So, but even so, it's not a full day. It's like 8 to 12 or 7 to 12. So, yeah, just to kind of talk about what's actually going on in my life. That's what's going on right now. I'm ooh, that's cool. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is a cool stamp here. Public of Paraguay. Look at a lion. What is on the pole? Looks like there's a pole sticking up with. It kind of looks like a Smurf hat, or like the hat of a gnome. There's something up on this pole. I don't know what that is. Well, I see UPU, so that's Universal Postal Union. This is 1903. This is actually, it's actually a weird stamp. That's actually kind of neat. I like that. What was I saying? So I'm in the middle of I'm almost 75% done with a 16-hour BMW oil pan gasket. Jesus, man. That's one of the longest oil pan gaskets I've ever done. What in the world? And they told me his book rate 16 hours. I was like, what? What is going on? In the BMW engineers' mind somewhere, they thought it was a good idea to actually have the front axle shafts literally go into and through the actual engine oil pan. It's one of the weirdest designs I've ever seen. And lucky me, I get to deal with it. So hold up, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Whoa, jeez. So yeah. Anyways, Ryuku's. I was looking at this because I was seeing if it was China. If it was, I was thinking I might type it out of here, but I think I'll leave it. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, like in the automotive world, book rate, if it says it takes 16 hours to do an oil pan, in actuality, it pretty much always takes longer than what the book rate is. So if it says 16 hours, it'd probably expect it to really take me like 20, maybe 24 if it gave me, like if I had all kinds of trouble with seized bolts and stupid problems. So yeah, big job. It's kind of one of the only things I worry about in my new place is I got a position for a B tech, but I'm an A tech, and they're kind of having me do A tech stuff, with a B tech salary, which is I kind of struggle with that. I'm only a week and a half at the job, so that's just one thing that I might have shot myself in the foot taking that position. With them knowing full well my capabilities, they might take advantage of that, which might bother me over time. If I'm going to do A-Tech stuff, I want to get paid like an A-Tech. So anyways, enough about that. Bhutan. Huh. Well, I'm not seeing like a whole bunch of stuff that is kind of popping out to me, being like, whoa, what's that? I mean, these are pretty common grab bag, like common stamps. This was never intended to be like a special grab bag. I do like these Bhutanese stamps, though. We've seen a few Bhutan stamps in this specific bag. Let me kind of cruise through, because I don't want this to be like the longest video. Although my videos tend to be pretty long anyhow, even with my best efforts. Argentina. Okay, this Australia stamp is pretty. It's shiny. What is it? Expo 70. It's almost like the big white thing is a crane that's holding up like a tent covering or something that people are walking beneath. Maybe that was, wherever they had this expo, that was like their design for the place, a little outdoor gazebo type thing or whatever. Okay, Trinidad, Tobago, Greece, and more of the Sweden stamps. More Ryukus as well. Interesting. Europa. Iceland. Okay. What is that? It's like a silver egg on a pile of rocks with some kind of like silver looking tongue sticking out. That is a weird one. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but that's odd. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to set that aside. I want to figure out, like, what is that? What is that supposed to be? Just another one there. Okay, so this must be a booklet stamp. I guess this could have been in a roll as well, since it's a imperforate on the vertical imperforate here on the sides. Okay, so we got another Oman. Oman. Airmail, that one. Okay. Let's kind of scoop up this file. Australia, Sweden, Bhutan, Europa. La Cruz Roja Española. Where? Well, what country is this? La Cruz Roja? Uh, I don't know. I mean, it's airmail. Is there a place called La Cruz or La Cruz Roja? I don't know. Ew, it's in bad shape. But I don't know. I'm totally unfamiliar with that. I'll set that aside as well. Newfoundland. I always did like this one. That's a good one. Majestic animal there. Okay, let's keep going. Monaco. Okay. Oh man, I love these horses. These are awesome. Here's another example. Like I was saying, these British stamps. It's like it's just a good size. I just think that they're beautiful. It's just a nice stamp. So. Australia, Romania. Oh, hold it. I want to see what this big shiny one is. Bhutan again. I actually really like this one. A little crease, a little defect. Union Postal Universal. The UPU. Shiny and pretty. Yeah, too bad it has a little crease there. That's actually a nice stamp. Gold Coast. Christmas stamp. That's Belgium. Brazil. Jamaica. South Africa. Ireland. Romania. Qatar. New Zealand. United Nations. Okay. Hong Kong. Hey. Yeah, that's cool. But see, if it has the EUR, then is it really a Hong Kong stamp, or is it just like a British stamp and they're commemorating Hong Kong? I don't know. I'll set that aside as well. Malaysia. What does it say? So it's got the Queen's head. It says, "Lo, the star which they saw in the east." I like that. The art style here reminds me of that childhood story. I think it's called Where the Wild Things Are. With those kind of big hairy beasts with the big heads and claws and stuff. This art style reminds me of that. Man, so I got to figure out what kind of food I'm gonna make today, and I gotta say, last week, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago, I made excuse me, a little burpee there. I made Jamaican oxtail stew. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Definitely bookmarked that recipe. It was like, wow. And I made their kind of classic beans and rice. It's like red beans and rice. Man, it was so good. I've been on like a roll with some really good food lately. The week before, I made, I think it's pronounced picadillo. Picadillo. It's like a Spanish kind of beef with potatoes kind of recipe. That was really, really good too. I couldn't believe it. Like the flavor. Oh my God. Republic of Chad. Yeah, in the picadillo recipe, you blend up, you like cook your ground beef and you dice up your potatoes, pretty common ingredients, but what really makes picadillo flavor pop and smell and everything is so good is you blend up a lot of things, tomatoes and peppers and all that, and that kind of creates the sauce. Man, that was really impressive. So hopefully I can come up with something this weekend that is going to also be super duper delicious. I'll have to see what I can come up with. But those two were firsts. Oh, what is it? Okay, thank you. Yeah, those two were. That was the first time I made either of those. So, and they were both total successes. So we ended up looking through this a little bit more closely than I expected. I kind of wanted to blow through this, but typical me. I just can't help myself here. Just go one at a time. Newfoundland, Isle of Man, Colombia, Canada, Christmas stamp there. Malaysia. Oopsie. Netherlands, again. That one actually looks nice and mint, and it's got some really nice looking gum. That is beautiful. Australia. Sorry. Okay. Let me, boop. Problem solved. Shut that thing off. Alright, South Africa. Huh. What animal? I don't know if I've seen this specific one. That's interesting. More South Africa, Australia, Malaysia, Jamaica. Those are all pretty common. Malawi, rock paintings. That's okay. Kind of similar stuff. I'm going to breeze through this last bit and just see if there's anything else that I want to catalog. Sharjah. That's Australia, I know that. Republic of South Africa. Newfoundland, Malaysia. I don't even think I've seen a single Albanian stamp. Ghana. Australia, Canada. Ooh, what is that? Very cool. Hey. If the camera would cooperate. Sorry about that. Very cool. A Persian stamp, huh? That's cool. I'm probably going to keep this. Whoops. Sorry. Yeah, I love Persian stamps. Like from back when it was actually Persia, not Iran. I think that they're awesome, and they're very cool, and I do have some, but not nearly as many as I would like to have. Just like China, Persia is one of the places that I actually really would like to kind of, like if I was going to stop collecting worldwide, and kind of focus on places, it'd be like, I would probably pick United States, I'd pick China, I'd pick Persia, Japan. I'm sure that there's more I can't think of right off the bat, but Persia is one of the places where if I was ever going to slim down my collection and sell off everything and I just wanted to keep, like maybe 10 countries or something, Persia would probably be one of the ones that I would keep. I just like their stamps. Paraguay. Okay, Romania, South Africa. Francais. He is fencing. That man is limber, isn't he? Okay. Yeah, these are actually pretty cool, even though it's a state of Oman. This is actually quite a pretty little sheet. I like the purple one. It's kind of surprising. These parrots. Man, they are some pretty birds, I gotta say. Look, another one. Oh, I was what? See, this one's Korea. I was like, huh? How about that? A couple of fencing stamps. Republic of Korea. I'm actually going to keep that. Oh, Korea is probably one of the countries I would keep as well. Yeah. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. Australia. Yeah, I don't know why, but I can. Well, I guess I only have a few North Korean stamps, but I like them. But there's like a part of me that's like, screw North Korea, and so I probably collect South Korea. So Greece, Jamaica, Australia again, Canada, Ghana, San Marino, Malaysia, Hungary, Dominica, Isle of Man. I don't see a whole lot. I don't know what my camera's doing. Sorry, guys. Isle of Man. That's pretty cool. The scene depicted on here reminds me of a lot of the RPPCs, the real photo postcards that I have. They all look similar to that. Australia, Costa Rica, okay. Huh. Ireland. 1938. I'm not sure that I've seen this before. I can't say. Ryukus. Yeah, a lot of Ryukus in here. Well, maybe not a lot, but a surprising amount. Fujiera. Churchill giving the peace sign. Looks like Churchill, I think. Oh, it does. It is Churchill. It says that. Okay, let's keep cruising here. Wow, here we go. Another with the Bhutan. Must all be from the same series, this one. That style. Gross. A long white hair. Get out of here. Gross. That was either a really old man or it was a dog hair. Because that thing is silver. Maybe it came off of a silver fox. Wow, that's pretty. Hey, cool. So I have a entire sheet of this. Oh gosh, a Millennium commemorative stamp commemorating 99 to 2000. So this one's holographic. This is my big worldwide album. Just keep going. Republic Française. Oh, it's Gabon. Okay. Australia. Netherlands with a shoe. Okay. Looks like a basketball shoe or something. Let's just kind of push through this last bit. Oops. Pakistan. Canada. That's definitely a CTO. Spain, Indonesia. British Guiana. How about that? Republic Gabonaise. Interesting. She is just breastfeeding that kid while looking directly into your eyes. Well, I'll set that aside. Just because her boobies out. I did collect a small amount of nude art stamps from the other two grab bags, so this one's very borderline, but there's a nipple, so it's gonna go in the nude art stamp collection. Why not? Belgium, yeah, Belgium, and Ryukus. This one actually might be in good shape. Yeah. Wow. It's actually in good shape. Oh, the perfs. On the left side, kind of bottom left, the perfs have been folded over, about 4 of them. Well, that's a shame. Otherwise, that looks like it would have been pretty well mint. Bummer. Okay. Well. What I'm trying to decide is with these, to keep or not to keep. I think I'm going to let them go. I'll put them in the grab box. I actually like them and I kind of want to keep them, but I don't know. I'll just let them go. Okay, so clean this up. Okay, so here is our spread of stuff that interested me from this grab bag. Here. This did also interest me, but I don't think I need to look this up. I just want to keep that. So, let's start left to right, and we'll look up this Persian stamp first. There's really not a whole lot of mystery for me. I just kind of want to look it up just to learn a little bit about it. Obviously, it's Persia, and that's not even hard to tell. So, then we'll work our way across and see what we've got here. Get these out of my way. Alright. Snap a little pic of that. Okay, this is a 2 value. It's like a red color, pink. That one's a 2, but it's green. Well, kind of weird. I don't see... Oh, here it is. Never mind, it's right there. Okay, let's see. I was going to say, see all the other denominations. Okay, so that looks spot on, so that's beautiful. Iran, yep. Ahmad Shah Qajar. What a beautiful name. So, 1897 to 1930... That's not a very long life there, buddy. Did he really? Maybe that's only the amount of time he was king, or I don't know. But 1911 issue, Scott number IR 482. So Iran number 482. The face value is 2 Iranian Chahi. Has a what's the name? Do they call it combination perf? That sounds wrong. Maybe that's right. Combination perfs, where they have multiple perfs. I can't recall. Huh. Anyway, it's a definitive. I guess that I don't think I really need to look this up in the cat. Then this pretty much tells me what I wanted to know. All right, let's move on. Next, Hong Kong. So yeah, what I'm curious about with this one is if it has the EUR, is it like a British stamp, or is it a Hong Kong stamp? Maybe it's British Hong Kong. That could be. What happened there? Oh, it's what? Okay. Hong Kong. They have these two here, and I'm looking to see. They look like the same exact thing. I don't know what the difference is. Let's just take a look. Coat of arms, Hong Kong. So it is Hong Kong. Scott number Hong Kong 246 from 1968. One Hong Kong dollar is the face value. It's a definitive. St. Edward's Crown block CA multiple up watermark. Can't quite see it. I would have to use some watermark fluid. Okay, well that answers what I was wondering is, is it like British Hong Kong or is it just Hong Kong? It just says Hong Kong. I'm sure, it was some British protectorate or whatever, something at some point. I'm not going to look too deep into it. I just wanted to know. Okay, so this one actually has my curiosity. What country does this belong to, this guy? Don't know why it's rotating like that. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Even the freaking picture is... Oh, gosh, darn it. Let me try this again. Okay, it looks like that one. Okay, that looks right. Okay, cool. Spain? What? Oh, well, it does say Española. Okay. I would not have guessed that. Alright. Spanish Red Cross. I see that now. Gotcha. 1926. España CB1. So it's like a semi-postal? Is that CB? Airmail semi-postal? But I don't even see a value. Oh, I do. I'm sorry. Jeez, what's wrong with me? Open my frickin' eyes, why don't I? 5 cents. But yeah, if it's a semi-postal, though, then where's the extra value? Okay, let's look this one up in the catalog. I want to see more about this. Okay, so I found it here in the catalog. It is under Spain. It's at the back of Spain, being a airmail semi-postal. And I was right, it is an air post semi-postal. That's the CB part of that. So yeah, 1926, we have a 5 center, so that must be ours. So we have a number CB1 is what that is. Yeah, see, that's what threw me off there, because where's the extra value? If it's a semi-postal, where's the other value at? So that's kind of weird to me. I'm not sure that I quite understand that. Almost every semi-postal I've ever seen has the extra value that, goes to charity or whatever. So interesting. Odd to just see that. Maybe because, yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, because in my head, what I'm thinking is it's supposed to have the normal value, like that you would pay for the postage for this to be mailed, say 5 cents, then you say 5 plus 3, and the 3 goes to some charitable organization or foundation, something of that nature, right? Or some kind of cause, whatever it may be. And this just doesn't have that. It's just 5 cents. So does the 5 cents all just go to charity, or is the 5 cents only to mail the item? That I don't get. I just don't understand that. See, here you go. I mean, just like this. 45 cents plus 2 plus 5. I mean, where's the plus the denom? Weird. Maybe, so if it's a Red Cross... So maybe... Let's say, maybe somebody out there probably knows, but my thoughts might be maybe you can't use this to mail. Maybe this one, maybe the whole value simply goes to the Red Cross. And this must be, let's say, used alongside another stamp to actually pay for the postage. That could be. So, yeah, I don't really know, but... Interesting. That one's a little different. So I'm glad I looked that one up. That's actually kind of cool. It's a nice stamp too. I had to figure that out, man. I'm like, what the heck is La Cruz Roja Española? Oh, so maybe cruz means cross. Sorry. I bet you there's somebody out there rolling their eyes like, duh, Kyle. Okay, so like the cross red. Spain. So Red Cross of Spain. It makes sense now. Okay. All right, next up, this stamp here. Let's see what we got. Snap a pick. See what we get. It's a pretty unique stamp, so yeah, I was going to say it shouldn't be hard to figure it out. Iceland. Yeah, that's definitely our guy. All right, so let's learn. It's just art. Well, that makes sense. I was trying to figure out, like, what in the natural world is this representing? So it says, The Jet Nest by Magnus Thomasson. So it's just contemporary art from 1993. It's got number 771. They printed 500,000 of them. It's a commemorative. Huh? That answers that. If you guys wanted to get a better look at what it was supposed to be without the postmark in the way, there you go. Yeah, so I'm like, well, it looks like an egg, but what's the story here? So this is art. Okay? Yeah, don't question it. That's art, everybody. Okay. Cool. Moving on. Actually, I don't want to keep that. That can go in the pile. Okay, yeah, so this one. I was considering it might be Hungary, official stamp? Official mail? God, this app works so well these days, man. Phew. 2 years ago when I first started using this app, it was nowhere near this good. It just works well now. Not all the time, of course, but a lot of the time, man. Okay, so it's a racing yacht on Lake Balaton. Okay. Kind of unique looking watermark. What does it say it is? It's a Patriarch's Cross solitary multiple. Patriarch's Cross, huh? The catalog here, I don't know what catalog is. PHU. Maybe, I don't know, something about philately Hungary, or I'm not super familiar with that at all. So, 1947 issue, 3 Hungarian forints is what that the face value is. Air post. Oh, it's air post. Maybe that's what that means. All right, so it doesn't mean official. It means air post. All right, so that answers what I was wondering. Huh. All right, well, I won't linger. That's what I wanted to know. Into the pile it goes. All right, and then the final one here. Let's check this guy out and see what we get. Aw, darn. Nothing. Okay, well then when that happens, I like to switch it up. We're going to do 2 times zoom. And even though you can't see it very well in the camera, I'm going to try and get a nice, good picture. There we go. Let's see if that works any better, please. Yeah! Yep. Alright. Looks like... Well, these are super similar, but I guess different colors. I'm going to go with this one. It looks like the right color. And it looks about right. And what was I thinking? Bulgaria? Is that what it is? Bulgaria! Nice. Alright, so definitive stamp. Tsar Boris III. It says this is a Type 2. Scott number 195, issued in 1925. They printed... Ooh. Hold on, let me... The freaking camera in my face. Okay, that's definitely not 502,000. That must be 5,020,000, I think. So, forgive me if I'm wrong. I think that's 5,020,000. Yeah. Okay. So the face value, 1 Bulgarian lev. It's a definitive with no watermark. The description says no sash. I don't know what that means. The only sash that I'm aware of is like a sash you would wear around your waist. I only know that from video games. So anyways, I guess there really isn't a whole lot more to say about it. The Tsar Boris III lived... I'm guessing this is the date that they lived. I'm not sure. See, it says here at the top, 1894 to 1943. So I'm assuming that was his life span. All right, so that answers the question that I had about that. Bulgaria. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for me this morning. I still need to get some breakfast down, so... I'm just going to move on here, and I got to edit all this good stuff. I'm going to go toss all of this into my grab box, and it looks like a lot, but when I throw it in that big old grab box, it's like a drop in the pond, just a drop in the water there. It just disappears so easily into the box. And, actually, I don't think I'll keep that. That can go... I think that can go too, but I am going to keep this Persian stamp. So, of all of these goodies, there's a few here that I like and am going to keep. I guess these nude art stamps just because, and then these 3. Also this and these. So out of 3 grab bags, even though we only went through 1 in this video, this is what I want to keep. It's all boiled down to that. Plus these, I guess. So, yeah. That because it's cool and I like it. Same for that and that. These are nude. These are unique. These Albanian ones, to me, I find them interesting. And this one is just because it's Korea. And I do have aspirations one day to create a album for Korea. I'm going to keep that. So, hope you guys enjoyed the little search. That was fun. And, yeah, it's like I said, I do believe that I I have to work Saturday next weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to make a video. If I don't, I apologize beforehand, but, I just might not feel like it, frankly, and the fact that I have to work extended hours as well these next 2 weeks, so I'm just not going to promise another video next weekend, but we'll see how it goes, and I really appreciate all you guys. Sometimes I get people that leave me snobby, condescending comments, basically trying to belittle me or something. Just so you guys know, if you ever do that, I'm gonna mute you from the whole channel. I'll delete the comment, and you can pretty much eat boop. You know what I'm saying? Because screw you. But that's a very small percentage of people. A lot of you, by far, are just good people having fun. With positive, I don't mind constructive criticism whatsoever, but I have, I don't know, in the past month or something, I got 2 crappy comments from people. I can tell when you're talking down to me. No, I don't have some high education. No, I don't know everything. What kind of person goes and belittles other people? Think about that, So, if you leave me a snobby comment and you realize that one day it's gone, that's probably because I deleted it and then I muted you, and that's the last that you'll ever get to talk on my channel. So, stay positive, guys. Be nice people, be good people. What's the point of trying to bash me? I've never ever said that I know it all or I'm an expert or anything, okay? So I'm just putting that out there. Constructive criticism is absolutely welcome, but if you have a condescending tone or you're rude or any of that, you're gone, man. You might as well subscribe, okay? But yeah, to all of the rest of you, hey, I really appreciate you guys. A large majority of you are really good people that I totally enjoy communicating with, and I really appreciate the support. And so I just wish all of you the best, and we're all just in this weird, crazy thing called life, and we all do whatever we're going to do. It's a pretty wild thing to even exist at all, and it's fun to look at stamps. In my opinion, I love stamps. I love the learning that comes along with it. I love the art and what they make me think of, the thoughts that they make in my head, that they bring up. They remind me of all kinds of random things that have happened to me in my life, and what else? What else to say? I just like stamps. You guys know that by now, but I really do hope that this hobby keeps going. There's value to this hobby. I was speaking to my coworker just the other day and was just telling him what I've said to you guys before, that I still am very surprised with this hobby, the aspect of learning that comes along with it. It's really a wonderful thing. It's just a great thing, and I really feel like this is such a healthy hobby for kids. I know that it's kind of dorky. I know that it may not be as fun or cool as playing video games or throwing a football or something, but I feel like if I were to have children, I would definitely try to get them into this hobby, because it is going to be such a great catalyst for learning. I mean, here I am. I'm an adult, and I might not have higher education, behind me. But I learn things all the time, and I love that part of this hobby. I will say I don't always feel like researching and studying and really making that effort. Sometimes I just want to look at them, but I can't help but learn things, even if I don't make a lot of effort. So I really think that that's one of the most valuable aspects of this hobby, is the learning, and it makes a lot of us, more cultured, just more aware of the world around us. You learn about history and geography and all kinds of stuff. So I love this hobby. I hope it keeps going. I can't actually imagine it truly dying. I think that it's just it's still too big. I know that people call it a dead or a dying hobby, and maybe in some ways it is. It may not. It may be like a shell of its former self, but I still think it's going strong, and I still think that there's a good community of great people out there that keep this hobby alive and keep it going. And I'm glad to be participating in that. And I wish all of you the best. I hope you enjoy your stamping. And yeah, if you guys have any thoughts or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. If you're new to my channel, thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. I know I'm sure it's a long one. Feel free, if you wouldn't mind, consider liking and subscribing. It does help me out, helps spread these videos throughout YouTube so that other people will get to view them. And yeah, that's it. I will catch you guys later. All the best to you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.